Why would the direct deposit be coming to me if I wanted? I'm not getting anything from.
Well, there's an only set up for you if you requested it. Didn't request it.
I didn't request it.
Well, it makes you wonder if there's fraud going on here.
Well, you know what? I won't say that my son is, and I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea.
Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to have somebody that might. If it's okay with you, if you don't want me to question him, I won't.
I don't care about you questioning him. If he was doing something like that, why wouldn't I know?
Yeah, exactly. Especially.
I don't know a thing in the world about this. I mean, I received this state of California thing says a direct deposit advice, whatever that is, and it says a public employee retirement system, and it's dated 2/01/2010, and then below that it has $1,420.30. Says not negotiable though. But underneath that it has on that California State Controller John Chang, CHIENG. So I don't know. I just don't know a thing about it. No check's been coming to me at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Terry. My son's name is Ray, but he's called Terry all the time. But I asked him to come to the phone, and he said to give you his phone number, and he said he'd get back to you. That why would he have to do that? I mean, I don't know why, and I don't know you. I don't think you do either. It doesn't make sense.
Hello?
Yeah.
I can barely hear you.
Is that better?
Can you talk a little louder?
Yeah. Your mother is on Social Security, and yet she doesn't seem to know it. I was wondering, are you handling her Social Security or helping her with her bills by chance?
I have the power of attorney to see to her well-being.
Sure. Do you get her Social Security benefit for her?
She, her and I together went to the Social Security Department, right?
Today.
Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Let me get some documentation to quote. What's your name, sir?
This is Dion, D-E-O-N.
What's your last name?
Witherspoon with an I.
Okay, and which office are you at?
This is Seattle Call Center.
Seattle Call Center? Okay, thank you. Hang on one second, let me get this paperwork. Okay, so could I get some information from you before I start reading this? Okay, so what's the problem?
Well, basically she's called up or called me and said she didn't know she was getting a Social Security check.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to, before I make a report and send it to the office, I'm trying to find out if maybe you're getting it for her and helping her pay her bills, and she just didn't remember that.
No. Well, I can tell you that I'm not getting any Social Security check or anything else from him. Sometimes he will give me $100. Sometimes, but he doesn't know what it's for. So I have no idea what he's doing.
Well, you said you were in the office today?
Yeah.
No, we weren't. We were not in the office today. She has had 3 consecutive diabetic seizures. She is not up at mental capacity right now. Her doctor's name is Dr. Lang. I've got a statement from him describing her illness. It's a dementia the next phase of diabetes. Are you familiar with that?
Okay.
Okay, so hang on. Now, wait a minute. Oh, this is the document for your Social Security card. I need the other one where we had the interview with the. So 1 second, please. Okay, so this was approximately 12 to 16, maybe 2 years ago, and I'm just going to search for the document and tell you what I remember from the meeting. Her and I sat at the Inglewood office and spoke to a person, and where she was still making this same complaint about not getting her checks, right? Prior to this time, prior to 2 years, as I asked her, she said she hadn't received her checks in 6 months. So that's why we were in the office that day, and the person we discussed the problem with suggested that she do direct deposit, and that she would find out the disposition of the checks 6 months prior. You with me still? Okay. So she gave her the form to fill out for direct deposit. I mean, not direct deposit, but for something anyway.
Direct Express?
Direct Express, right. And that's where that stands. And now at the just to answer your question as to I'm not finished yet, so hang on. Okay, so that's the disposition of the of her current payments, and we still haven't heard anything about the disposition 6 months prior to this meeting, and I'm trying to get an exact date for this meeting. I've got the document somewhere, I just don't have it handy.
So you guys don't have a direct express card?
No, I don't. I don't have one. I don't know about everybody else, but I don't have a direct. I don't have any kind of card.
And sir, you haven't been getting the funds, or
so the next,
haven't seen the card either?
So here, as a result of her illness and concern for our family, and as suggested by several family members, I had to take charge of the situation. She was putting cash money in envelopes, and she's a target of identity theft and all types of scams, so someone had to take charge. And for instance, AT&T charges her $100 a month for phone service, and this is a person who doesn't use a phone, so she's just an old target. And so just to make a long story short, given that and her illness, I obtained a general durable power of attorney to exercise all powers in the best interest of my mom and hence my family. So that's where we stand on
I don't know a thing about that, what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's like, well, you know, so yeah, because you don't remember, you know what I'm saying, that illness. We try to talk to you about it, and I'll try to cater to it, but you don't remember. But you do remember it coming on the onset, and you made these preparations, so.
All right, and sir, you're the power of attorney for her, you said?
Yeah, I am her son, Ray Brown.
Ray Brown, okay.
He doesn't have my power of attorney. I don't know where he got it. He didn't get it from me.
You know, a power of attorney should also apply to become a representative payee for her too. She,
okay, yeah, well, you just heard what she said, right? But she and I made sure to get someone who was one of her peers, which was my neighbor, my next door neighbor, over, who's been my neighbor since approximately 1970. We three sat together and we discussed the situation, and she made notations in this power of attorney as well. So she kind of has a claim to this attorney as far as us and our concern for my mom's welfare. You understand what I'm saying?
So are you getting the Social Security checks for her, or is she still, as far as you know, missing?
No, we only have an issue with the 6 months prior, and I have to get you a date on the time of the interview, and I'm still looking through documents. But it was 2 years ago, right? And she was making these same claims about not getting her checks. So the person at the office in Inglewood suggested you get the direct deposit.
Yeah.
And that's what we did.
I didn't.
And I'm not trying to accuse anybody of any wrongdoing here. We got to.
Yeah, I understand. You know, you're getting conflicting information. I'm just trying to clear it up for you.
He brought a lady down here that lives two doors from me, and he said that her name is Juanita Black Mine, and he said that all the things that he was trying to tell her he wanted her to do, she didn't do because I wasn't going to sign for it in the first place.
Well, Mrs. Brown, it sounds like your son's trying to help you pay your bills and handle your finances.
I pay my bills.
You can check the financial record behind any, and you'll see where the money's going. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It's just that if you're the power of attorney, it would also be helpful to be her representative.
He's not
exactly.
my representative, and he's not and he doesn't have my power of attorney. I don't know if he did it, he got it himself. The whole thing that Juanita, I don't know, Juanita contradicted Terry on every hand. When she was out here, Terry brought her down here to my house, and they talked and talked. I didn't say anything, much of anything. I didn't say, in fact, I didn't really say anything at all. He wanted me to sign some paperwork of hers, and I didn't sign any paperwork of hers.
Well, we'll have to compare that because I also videotaped the meeting because, like I said, the onset of this illness.
Yeah.
So we'll compare what you just said. I mean, we won't, but you understand what I'm saying? So.
Well, you can, but I'm telling you what I know, and what you're talking about is something that involves me, and if somebody's going to do something.
I know, we're just trying to help you, Mom. We want you to live as long as you can and be as comfortable as you can. I mean, if you had a rotten kid, he'd have you committed by now, you know what I'm saying, for trying to get him in trouble. I mean, you call the police on me and stuff, you know, you ask me to go get you something to eat. When I come back, you'd call the police and say I stole your car and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
Like you did.
So, you know, and we're just trying to take care of you, that's all.
Months of payment?
I'm sorry?
Did you say she is still missing 6 months of payment?
No, but I mean, I don't know, but like I'm just saying, 2 years ago we were in the office, so let's just say that was in February of 2008, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 months prior to that, so it'll be between February 2008 and September or August of 2007 is what I remember. She was making the claim of missing those checks.
Yeah.
Or, you know, somewhere in that range.
I wasn't making any checks, and let you know.
I mean, that's why we went to the office.
What's your phone number?
My phone number is 323-753-7478.
Okay, also, is that your phone number too, Mr. Brown?
Yeah, you can reach me at that number.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to just send a message to the office letting them know that there's a possibility that there's 6 months of payment from 2008 that she didn't receive.
I didn't receive any checks. I have not received any checks at all.
Yeah, and plus I'll let them call you and talk to you. So.
Okay, is there something I need to do to be representative?
Yeah, I'm going to ask them to talk to you about that as well.
Okay, very good. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Can you guys hang on just a minute for me?
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
I'll be right back.
Thank you for holding. Someone will assist you shortly. Please remember to have handy your Social Security number and any recent mail that they have sent you. Having this information will help us serve you better.
Thank you.
We apologize for this delay. If you are simply looking for information, you may want to visit our website, www.socialsecurity.gov. There you will find important information about your benefits and our procedures. If you have a specific question, click on our frequently asked questions and find the answer you're looking for. We apologize for the continuing delay. If you want to file for retirement, disability, or spouse's benefits, please remember that you have the choice of applying online at www.socialsecurity.gov. For many people, filing online from the comfort of their home or office is the fastest and most convenient way to apply for benefits. We regret that you have waited so long. We are doing our best to answer your call. Social Security provides monthly benefits to more than 50 million people. As a result, we do have busy periods. We are taking calls in the order in which they came.
Okay, thanks for holding.
Okay.
I did send a message to the office with the information and ask them to call you and your son if they have any questions. I've also sent a pamphlet on the representative payee position so you can, you know, Ms. Brown, it might not be a bad idea to have somebody help with your funds, and they're required to use it to pay your bills. It just saves you the headache of having to mess with all of that.
I pay my bills. I pay my bills, and sometimes, whenever he feels like he wants to, he will. If he brings dinner home, he'll give me what he wants me to have. Can I tell you how old I am?
Yeah.
I'm 80 years old. I'm 80 years old, and I don't leave.
Mom, you're 84. You're going to be 85 in May.
And let me finish telling you this. I didn't ask Terry to do anything for me. Whatever Terry does, he'll bring a dinner sometimes. Or
It's out of the goodness of my heart, trust me.
You're being funny with the people, but I'm not trying to be funny.
No, I'm just trying to account for myself. That's all. I'm not trying to dispute what you're saying. I'm just accounting for myself. I mean, if you air that kind of thing, then I just, want to account for myself in the same fashion.
Sure. That's okay. I've sent a message to the office, and they're probably familiar since you guys have been down there before last year. So I've asked them to follow up on the 2008 payments.
Yeah.
And
I got that date for you too. It was actually on the date of the meeting.
You bought Juanita down here.
No, I'm talking about the date we were at the Social Security office in Inglewood, and that was on 7/1/09.
Okay. I'll make sure to attach that on there on the message after we're done here.
Okay.
But I've asked the office to contact both of you and answer any further questions you have, and plus I sent a pamphlet on what a representative payee is. It's the position. Usually people that are power of attorney also apply to be the payee.
Oh, okay.
It just helps.
Yeah, it makes it more smooth.
Right.
Okay.
So you know what? I'm going to say this briefly because we've been talking too long now, and I'm sorry. But the whole thing was he got a car. I have a car. I bought my car, and I've had a car for the longest time.
This is killing me. You mind if we end this conversation? Though I don't think there's any more he can do right at this point.
No, I want to tell him.
Well, don't force him to listen to this, Mom. That's not fair.
I bought this car in 1995. It's an Eldorado. I bought it, and then one time he took the car, and he bought 2 cars. So he said. But you know what? I'm not arguing with you about it. I'm saying what happened to me and what didn't happen to me.
No, you were saying what happened to me.
I'm talking about what happened to me and what didn't happen to me.
Sounds like she holds a grudge over that, but I got to be moving on. Ms. Brown, you should be hearing from your office soon, okay?
Yes, okay.
All right, you take care. You guys have a good day now.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Nobody want to hear that crap. Jeez. Just talk about your kids like that. No wonder Vera doesn't ever want to talk to you. You probably do her the same way.